Taylor Swift 2.0 Caitlin Clark's popularity compared to Taylor Swift by Indiana Fever HD. Caitlin Clark is like pop superstar Taylor Swift in the way she handles both fame and criticism thrown at her. At least, this is what returning Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White thinks of the reigning WNBA Rookie of the Year. In an interview with The Athletic, Stephanie White was asked how she would manage the popularity that comes with the name Caitlin Clark. In response, White praised how Clark is able to handle all those things herself. "I think first and foremost, she does an outstanding job of managing it all," White said. "Like, she's incredibly humble. She understands the big picture, so she views it as understanding her celebrity, no one. But no, too, she's a Midwest kid, a Midwest person, and she is who she is. She tries to live her life in an authentic way. But she's very much Taylor Swift 2.0. So I think from my perspective, and from our staff and franchise, it's how do we help her navigate all of this? How do we help her protect her peace? Because it can be a lot. How can we be a resource for her? It's a different level now with social media and fan engagement. We want to be a resource and help protect her." White further doubled down on praising Caitlin Clark for her ability to juggle the stress and everything else that come with fame like that of hers. "She's an incredible kid. I call her a kid, but she's obviously a young woman. An incredible talent. She's an incredible human being. She works her tail off. There's a reason she is who she is in terms of a player. She's handled all of this with such grace and poise that most 23-year-olds wouldn't be able to." Caitlin Clark opens up about one request for Taylor Swift. With how famous and huge Caitlin Clark's name has become, it is not a shock that she would end up within the circle of big names like Taylor Swift. Having personally interacted with Taylor and her boyfriend, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. "Taylor's obviously amazing," Clark said. "If you've ever been to a Taylor Swift concert, it takes away everything that's going on in the real world. You're in this arena having fun, and you don't know all these people here, but you feel like you're friends. And that's just what makes it a good time," Caitlin Clark added. "And obviously, she's just a very kind, caring person, and you can really feel that. I wish she was still on tour. I'd still be going to the shows." Illinois coach Brad Underwood makes interesting comparison between Cooper Flagg and Caitlin Clark. Illinois head coach Brad Underwood will have a front-row seat to watch Cooper Flagg this weekend when the Fighting Illini take on Duke at Madison Square Garden. While Underwood will be looking to get the best of the Blue Devils, he, like everyone else in the building, will be paying close attention to the Duke star. Flagg was arguably the most hyped high school basketball recruit since LeBron James, and despite the insanely lofty expectations surrounding him for his freshman campaign at Duke, the Maine native has looked the part, and then some. Flagg is averaging nearly 20 points per game to go along with 7.7 rebounds and 4 assists, and has solidified himself as the undisputed first overall draft pick if he decides to go one and done and make the jump to the NBA this summer. The easiest comparison to make of Flagg that does his game and excitement justice is fellow Duke big Zion Williamson, who went first in the 2019 NBA draft. For Coach Underwood, his mind went to the women's game and none other than Caitlin Clark when discussing Flagg with Outkick's Dan Dakich. If he stayed in school, he would be the face of college basketball and elevate basketball to the levels Caitlin Clark did on the female side, Underwood said. "I don't know him as a young man. Everything I've heard is what a great guy he is. He's a super talent, so I think he will be great for the NBA's," Underwood noted. Flagg stepping onto an NBA floor and inside an NBA locker room will be a completely new challenge for the young man. He's already gotten the ultimate taste of what that may be like with his participation with Team USA ahead of the 2024 Paris Games. Flagg was reportedly one of the most consistent players on the floor as he practiced with the U.S. squad that went on to win gold in Paris.